I've been having a great time in Australia. Can I be honest? I thought there would be a lot more animals. I asked, locals. I said, where are all the animals? And they said, well, you should visit the zoo. And I said, I don't care about seeing a kangaroo in a cage. I wanted to hit one with my car. And I know that's a dumb American assumption that I just come here and like koalas would be hugging me and falling out of the trees. It would be like if you thought that you'd go to America and you'd immediately be shot. No, you got to go to a school. Hello, Perth. I am so excited to be in Melbourne tomorrow. I am here from New York City. New York City, where we have a lot of rats, or as you call them here, Quokkas. I didn't know when rats got big enough they became a tourist attraction. They were like, oh, you gotta go to the Quokkas. They come up and they touch you. Yeah, they do that in New York too. People think that Quokkas are nice because they have a smile that's just, they're not happy, that's just automatically on their face. Their whole family could have died. They'd still be smiling. It's not fair to them. It'd be like if you suffered from depression, but the only way you knew how to make money was doing stand-up comedy. I traveled here with my girlfriend. My girlfriend actually has an aunt who lives in Australia. Her aunt was actually born in Britain originally, but then she moved here after getting caught stealing a piece of bread in the 1800s. I'd move here too, honestly, but there's not enough TV work here. You should try making like a Law and Order CBD, where every episode the detective has to find out which animal ate the baby. Because Australian actors do so well in America, and it's because their American accent is so perfect. But of course it is. You have so much American media to consume, classics, The Godfather, Goodfellas, you master it. I learned my Australian accent from Jonah in Summer Heights High. This is my first time in Australia. I feel like they sent me here to make up for America taking Hugh Jackman. Unfortunately, that's the current exchange rate you guys have. I'm Hugh Jackman in Australian dollars. I do think it's amazing how, if you get a large coffee, your large in America is a small. So I'm really gonna miss being in a country where I have a huge cock. You guys are different out here. There's all sorts of intricacies, like I know people who have more conservative views here are called liberals, which means if an American liberal moved here, based on their views, you would also call them a liberal. There we go, a bit of a thinker, okay. I'm a little up to date now. I know all about Prime Minister Albo. Did I get that right? I felt like I just volunteered for a quiz. What was that? I'll be right back. What? Who's saying? You tell me. Who is he? Hold up, can you slow down? What? I like how you had to put it into American terms for me. Okay, you dumb fucking American. So Texas? He's not so Texas. Is he an American or is he an Australian?
He's an Australian from North Queensland that only cares about crocodile.
Are you for the single issue voter who's I care about one thing and one thing only? What is his views on crocodiles?
There's a YouTube clip of him talking about gay marriage, and then halfway through he diverts to talk about crocodiles.
Is it? I still don't know if he's a fan of gay marriage or against it. Yeah, okay.
He's more I don't care about
He's LGBT. Speaking of G.
So do you like him or no? You see, that's fucking Australia. That's my point. I've asked about him, I asked about all both people, he's fine. They don't do that in America. If you asked about Donald Trump, no one in America would be like, Trumpo, who knows, give or take. I think you guys are much more chill about your prime minister because you're like, who knows, good or bad, at some point he's gonna swim and never come back again. What was that one's name? Humbo? What was it? Howard Holt. Harold Holt, yeah. And then, in his memory, you named a swimming pool after him. Which would be like naming a shooting range after Abraham Lincoln. I think that's all I need to know about Australia, if I'm being honest.
Abortion is legal in Australia? Yes. You guys, someone said it depends? It depends if the dingo's hungry.
Though I did learn something today. I don't know if you were watching the Olympics. I found out that I might be the best breakdancer in Australia. Yeah. Did you saw the video? I mean, we all, at some point she went like this. And I was like, oh, that's where the kangaroos went. She lives around here? Do you know her?
She was our friend's tutor.
Like a breakdance tutor, or? She's a professor. Yeah, no, I figured breakdancing wasn't first on the list. What do you guys think about America right now? What'd you say? It's a mess? Yeah, you're right, I guess. It's crazy though, it's crazy how little I knew about Australia until I came here. I pretty much mostly knew you guys from Steve Irwin. Can you imagine your entire country being solely based on one reality show host?
What was I reading? I was reading about some rugby player who was fired for a picture where he pissed in his own mouth. Is that like a thing people know here? Yeah. In America, if some star athlete got caught with a picture, they'd be like, oh my God, in his own mouth? Oh, thank God. Do you know what his name is? Yeah, oh yeah. People know. What was that? Oh, it's from your town. Is that a point of pride anymore? Is that something you guys do there? Is there a... I'm sure he still is. Oh, he was one of the best football players in the entire world. Then he pissed in his mouth and he never ran again. Are they gonna let him back in? Are you guys really that strict? Oh, I'm sorry for not being up to date for you. Jesus Christ. Fine, I'll go back to the Olympics breakdance, woman, just... Fine, fuck it. Honestly, well, I was going to talk more about the piss mouth person.